Hello, in this video, I am going to talk about the model of binomial distribution with GeoGebra. First of all, what is binomial distribution? What does each letter means? First, P is the probability of success. So the success is a relative concept, I would say. Success is what you're looking for. For example, in our free throw example, the success will be you made the free throw. Sometimes something looks like a failure, but it's actually our success rate in the binomial distribution. Later, we will talk more about that. Q is the probability of failure. So in this case, failure means you didn't make the free throw. So for her, the free throw success rate would be 82%. Q is 18%. X is the number of success in the trials. For example, she throw it 4 times. So she made 4 trials, right? But only 1 success. She only make 1 free throw. So that means our X is equal to 1. So if she made 2 free throw in 4 trials, then X equals to 2. Okay, so that's the binomial distribution. X binomial distribution. First number is n. N is the number of trials. And then P is the success rate. So in our free throw example, it's going to be X binomial distribution. She made 4 free throw, and the probability is going to be 82% for each one. 0.82. So now I'm going to show you later how to do it with GeoGebra. Let's do the setup first. Example, our free thrower is still making 82% of her basket, assuming each shot is independent of the last one. She's going to shoot 10 free throws. So let's look at this example, how many information that we can get. So for each throw, she's making 82% success rate. And then assuming that each throw is independent of the last one, and then you only have 2 outcomes, either success, you made that free throw, or you lose it, you didn't make it. So that means this is going to be a binomial distribution. So binomial distribution, we have n is how many trials she's making, 10. And the probability of success rate is 82%. So here is the setup of the distribution. I want you to write that for each question, because later X, the random variable, will have a different distribution. We might have a normal distribution with mu and the sigma, and we might have Poisson distribution, but we might not learn that this quarter. Okay, so now what probability that she makes exactly 5 free throw. Now, let me show you how to do it on GeoGebra. So first, you go to Google. You will type in GeoGebra Classic. Okay, after you click that, you will choose probability. If you don't have this chart, you can find it on here, and you find 3 dots and choose probability calculator. After you found that, there is a drop-down menu says what distribution. We have student distribution, exponential distribution, gamma, logistic, but we want binomial distribution because the question meet all the requirements for the binomial distribution. So n is how many trials. She's doing 10 trials, and each trial, her success rate is 82%. So that means you want to type in 10 for n and 82 for p. Now, the first question is, what probability that she's making exactly 5 free throw. So that means we want x equals to 5. So there's two ways to do it in a GeoGebra. You can either look at the table, the T table on your right side, and look at 5, which is equal to 0.0177. Or you can change the number here. So here is x less than or equal to 5, or x greater than or equal to 5. But we want it to be exactly equal to 5 is x less than equal to 5 and x also greater than or equal to 5. That makes x equal to 5. And then you will see the chart here, the highlighted part is equal to 5, which is the area of this is going to equal to 0.0177. So this would be your answer, 0.0177. So what's the probability that she makes 9 or 10 free throw? So or that means we're going to use addition. So x equals to 9 or x equals to 10 is equals to probability that x equals to 9 plus x equals to 10. There's another way to do it. In this specific case, if you want to make 9 or 10 free throw, that means we want x to be greater than or equal to 9. I'm going to show you both how to do it. Okay, now look back to GeoGebra. When x equals to 9 is 0.3017. When x equals to 10 is 13.1374. You want to add these two together so that you will get x between 9 to 10. Or in here, you can choose when x equals to 9, when x greater than 9 and less than 10. Or in this case, can be x greater than or equal to 9. That will give you the two highlight part, which is when he make 9 free throws out of 10 trials and make exactly 10 free throw out of 10 trials. Okay, so now let's write it here. So when x equals to 9 is equal to 0.317 plus 1374. If you use the second way, that will just give you the answer right away, which is 14.392%. Okay, next one, what's the probability that she make at most 2 free throw? So at most, so does that including 2? That's very important that you need to think about it. If at most means that including 2, so that means x should be less than or equals to 2. Okay, now let's look at GeoGebra and see what do we get. So in GeoGebra, we want to change x at most 2, so that means we want x less than 2. Oops, we need to change that to less than. But however, this doesn't work. If you look at the part that they highlighted, you will notice that that is already including 2. Oh no, I'm sorry. If at most 2 is including 2. My bad, I'm wrong. At most 2, that means you have a 3 scenario, either x equals to 0, 1, or 2. So 2 should be included. Sorry about that. So let me change that to equal. So you will find out the result is equal to 0, which makes sense. If her success rate is 82%, you throw it 10 times and you only make 2 throw or 1 throw or 0 throw, that means it's very less likely. Okay, next one is what's the probability that she made at least 10 free throw? So that means we want x greater than or equal to 7, or you can use x equals to 7 at x equals to 8 at x equals to 9 and at x equals to 10. That gives you all the probability. which we can see is going to equal to s is greater than or equal to 7. So if you look at the graph, you will notice that 7, 8, 9, 10 is already highlighted. Also on the table, 7, 8, 9, 10 already highlighted. That also help you to check the answer as well. So the probability in here is going to be 91%, 0.17. So we can write it down. Okay, next one is what's the probability that she makes between 6 to free throw? So that means I want 6 and 8 in between. Or you can use x equals to 6 plus x equals to 7 plus x equals to 8. Now, in between should be this one. We should choose this one from 6 to 7. Again, 6 to 8, sorry. You may notice that the graph in here already changed to the 6, 7, and 8. That's the highlighted part. Also the table, they highlighted 6, 7, and 8. That means all of these, the sum is going to be your probability that she makes between 6 and 8 free throw. Okay, it's going to be 53.95. Okay, what is the expected number of baskets she makes? What's the standard deviation? Well, the expected value right now is a little bit hard for us to find out. But however, with GeoGebra, it will give you the answer. Now, let's go back to GeoGebra. On the top right, on the top left, you will see the meal is 8.2. So that means with her 10 childs, she expected the free throw, she would get 8.2 free throw. And then the standard deviation would be 1.214. It's on the top, it will given you on GeoGebra. So that means the mean is equals to 8.2 and sigma is equal to 1.2149. So when we answer it in a sentences, it should be she expects to make a free throw varies 1, which is give or take 1 free throw. That's standard deviation. Okay, so that's it for this exercise. For the GeoGebra exercise, I'll see you next time.